What up, though? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt. Still today is Thursday, May 5th, 2022. Happy Cinco de Mayo, baby. On the deck for today's show, we look at the rumored, because the Lions haven't reported them yet, undrafted free agent signings, a Lions rookie who is already favored to be NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, and how a pick from last year's draft is ready to have a bounce back and breakout season in 2022. But before we get to all that, let me bring in the rest of the crew. Man, them ladies be screaming his name. LL. It's my man, LL Cool Toys. What's up, my dude?
What's up, Prowl Nation, and good morning.
And man, the man who's doing the Aaron Rodgers diet today, man, that blood cleanse, man, good luck with you on that, getting healthy. It's the boxing pride of Jackson, Michigan. My man, who?
Coach Jones. Who is Coach Mike Jones? What's going on, Lion fans?
Hey, let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep. Hey, welcome back to the show, people. Now it's time for us to talk about those undrafted free agent rumored signings. You know, the team hasn't reported them on the website yet, but we know that that's going to be on the team, man. It's time to kick it over to the man, the myth, the legend, LL Cool Toys. What you got, my guy?
Well, Curt, on this Thursday, we taking a look at these, again, rumored undrafted free agent signings. Last year, I think we had a pretty good class. A few of those, well, a bunch of those guys ended up making the team. So let's see what happens this time around. So let's start out, just take a look at this list. We rumoredly signed running back Greg Bell out of San Diego State with a deal worth $100,000. Tight end Derek Deese Jr. out of San Jose State, worth $100,000. Tight end Nolan Given, Southeastern Louisiana, deal worth $10,000. Wide receiver Corey Sutton out of Appalachian State. Wide receiver Khalil Pimpleton out of Central Michigan. Wide receiver Josh Johnson out of Tulsa. Tackle Obina Eze out of TCU, and this is our biggest deal, our biggest rumored deal, worth $170,000. Offensive lineman Zine Obed, if I'm pronouncing that right, out of Fair State.
Local guy.
Guard, right, your local guy. Guard Kevin Jarvis, another local guy out of Michigan State. Deal worth, or reportedly worth, $155,000. Defensive tackle Demetrius Taylor out of Appalachian State. Cornerback Cedric Boswell out of Miami of Ohio, and cornerback Jermaine Walker out of Virginia Tech. So good luck to all of these gentlemen. Hopefully these rumors are true and we can see what these guys bring to the team. Have any of you guys had a chance to check out any of these names that we have on the list here?
No, I haven't. But
the interesting one for me
stands out to me is the offensive tackle and offensive guard getting biggest guaranteed money. So they most likely, if anything, will make the practice squad.
right.
You know, so but I mean, it's some depth field out there. So I think a lot of these guys will be practice squad players. Maybe one or two might sneak on to the roster during the season, but hey, man, I'm trusting their evaluation with this.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
you know they're gonna sign some guys that are gonna compete. You know, this John Johnson guy out of Tulsa, they call him Sweet Feet. So you know, see how he does, especially at Hard Knocks. You know, we see how these guys are gonna, and that's the thing that we really don't get the chance to see is how these undrafted free agents really do until they make the team. So we'll get a chance of how they're going to see how they're going to do in camp when we watch them on Hard Knocks. So I'm really excited about the Hard Knocks this year with the undrafted free agents and see how they compete and just how this coaching staff runs their practices. And, you know, it's all about competition, even if it's, you know, friendly. And you look at how AG and those guys really give the business to the offense during those practices. So camp's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. But these undrafted free agents, it's a wing and a prayer, but we had a lot of those guys get those wing and a prayer answered last year. So good luck to those guys because they're going to have some hard time unseating those undrafted free agents that we have on the team from last year because them dudes came in with some fire on that roster, man. But I'm happy for these guys.
Right. Of course, again, good luck to these gentlemen. Hopefully you guys get to stick around here. If not here, hopefully make a home someplace in the NFL, at least live out your dream. But that leads us right to the family discussion topic for this episode, and that is, what are your thoughts on the rumored undrafted free agents? Do you think some of these guys will make the team? If you're familiar with any of the names, let us know. Let us know what kind of guys these are and what kind of impact they may have on our team.
Yeah, definitely. Drop us a comment down below. You know how we do it. Hey, if you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting on. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become a part of the Prowl Nation family. If you want to check us out on a different app, you know what I'm saying? If you want to go to YouTube, you want to get a one-stop shop for all your Lions needs, go over to LionsNationUnite.com and go ahead and check that thing out. You can go ahead and download the app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store. If you want to get the shirt like this, go over to LNUshop.com. We got some gear that's coming over there. But right now, you can still go over to LionsOnTheProwlShop.com to get yourself some Prowl Nation gear. But that gear is going to start transitioning over to LNUshop.com. If you want to get yourself some Lions gear, you know what I'm saying? It's all kind of new gear coming out right now over on Fanatics.com. Can't wait to see those new jerseys come out. Aidan Hutchinson, Jameson Williams, and all those guys that got drafted. So can't wait for those jerseys to drop. And when they do, you can click the link down below in the description and get yourself some Lions gear and help the show out because a small portion of the proceeds from that link going to help us grow the content on this show. Now, my man, Coach Jones, man, there's a rumor going on that there's a favorite for the Defensive Rookie of the Year right here on the Detroit Lions. What you got on that, my man?
Yeah, so this comes from Jeff Risen over there on the Lions Wire. Shout out to Jeff. So number 2 overall pick, Aidan Hutchinson, is open as the co-favorite for the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year with his running mate, Kayvon Thibodeau, who, they was, Kayvon Thibodeau, Aidan Hutchinson, Kayvon Thibodeau, Aidan Hutchinson, Trayvon Walker, they was all slid in there, as possibly rumored picks for the Detroit Lions. But so the odds came out. I'm not sure if these are official odds, but the odds came out that Aidan Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeau were plus 450. Trayvon Walker was a plus 600. Devin Lloyd was a plus 750. And so the list goes on. But topping that off is Aidan Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeau. I think they both landed in the spots for them. I think Aidan Hutchinson is the Dan Campbell guy. Kayvon Thibodeau seems like he has that New York personality. So it'll be good, man. I'm glad we all get to see Aidan Hutchinson's initial push in the NFL with that Hard Knocks, man. That's gonna be so good. I cannot wait for that, man. But yeah, man, what do y'all think about Aidan Hutchinson and Kayvon?
Let's get it, man. I think we got a good shot. I think they were I forget which one they were talking about, but they was just like giving like this guy could be I think he was talking about Kayvon Thibodeau. Like he might come out and give you like 8 to 10 plus sacks this year. And that's what I think Aidan Hutchinson can give us. I'm not, my expectations aren't too high, but right around 8 to 10 or so, right in that area, sacks lead the team or be in the running for the lead of the team and help have a big swing on the defense for our team. But yeah, I do like the chances, and I may place a little bet on them, put $7 down on them, see what it gets.
$7 on it. Salmon. Get salmon on it. Hey, looking at Aidan Hutchinson, man, I think he can have a phenomenal rookie season, especially with the fact that we're changing to a 4-3. You look at him coming off the edge, man, that's going to be, we're going to get some quarterbacks some headaches. If we get that defensive line healthy and stacked, you look at the guys that we got on that thing, man. Woo-wee! Man, it's going to be some trouble in the NFC North, man. The Lions going to make some noise. And Aidan Hutchinson, with his leadership and his motor, he can go ahead and be right up there as one of the top defensive linemen, defensive ends in the league. Not just in the league, but in the NFC North, he can take over the North. He could be king
Yeah.
of the North, man, standing up there on that mountaintop, man, because ain't nowhere else to go but up with us, man. So
Yeah.
I'm loving that. I'm loving his chances to being a defensive rookie of the year for the NFL, man. It is really, really something that I can see it happening for him with the new scheme. Todd Walsh is licking his chops. We're going to talk about him in a minute right here. But I mean, Todd Walsh is really, really happy looking at him and some other guys that we've added, and we're gonna be a problem with that defensive line, man.
Yeah.
You know, and Coach Jones talked about it last year, that 31st rank, a 30 pass rush, and we addressed it a lot in the draft.
Right.
But Aidan Hutchinson is a key piece to that. And I look forward to him going ahead and pursuing that defensive rookie of the year. Man, if you want to follow us on your favorite social media platform, go ahead and click on the link on the screens below, right next to us, man. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can go check out some of my Instagram stuff, man, from my vacay. Got those pics out there, man. Have some fun, some behind the scenes stuff. So go ahead and check us out on your favorite social media platforms, man. We have a good time doing that stuff over there, man. But it is time for me to have my news and rumors topic for today. Keep this show moving, man. It's not a secret, man, that Levi Onwuzurike's rookie season was not what he or the fan base will call a success. Now, reports are that he was nursing a lingering back injury from his days at the University of Washington. Levi's play at the end of the season was improved due to the fact that he was able to get on the field on a consistent basis. But my man Todd Walsh is reporting that now that the spring workouts, voluntary workouts have started, man, Levi Onwuzurike is coming in. He came in jacked, as Walsh would say. He said he should bounce back from last year's poor performance and have a breakout season for the defensive line for the Lions, man. He looks like he's going to be a problem in what they drafted him for, and what his ceiling is going to be this year is going to be high. Now, with the addition of Josh Pascal in the second round in this year's draft, the competition on that D-line will be tough. Walsh is like a kid in a candy store with all these new pieces and the new scheme for the Detroit Lions on that defense, man. But he looks like Levi Onwuzurike is going to have new heights reached this season with his play on the field. He's coming in lean. You're looking at him. If you go over to the Lions and check out some of their pictures from their from the voluntary workouts, he is looking a little svelte. You know what I'm saying? You know, looking a little leaner, cut, and he might be a problem coming up this year for some guys. You team him, Aleem McNeil, Pascal. I mean, we're gonna be rotating some guys in and out. That's gonna be they ain't gonna be rest for a lot of quarterbacks and running backs for the NFC North this year. Them defensive line for the Detroit Lions gonna cause some problems, man. What y'all think about Onwuzurike's bounce back potential this year?
I'm glad that Mr. Nasty 2 is actually looking up, because Mr. Nasty 1, Logan Stenberg, we ain't heard not a man nada from him since he got drafted. But Levi Onwuzurike, man, I hope he can come back full. He's fully healthy, and he jacked, and he ready, because he was a deadly pass rusher as well in his college career, man. So I'm just glad that we can get pressure from the interior and not put it all on the linebackers to get there, man. Not put it on the safeties to get there. We can have that be a plus, because our defensive line is gonna get after it, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. It made me so proud. What you got, LL?
No, I'm right along with you guys, man. I numbers wise, I guess he didn't have a ideal rookie season, but I thought Levi had a decent year. You know, he was around the ball at least. You know, we can't expect him to make every single play, but he was, you know, involved on a lot of the plays wherever. On a lot of those run plays, you would see 75 in the mix, and a lot of those times just getting a push, you would see 75. But you know, good luck on the 2022 season. I think you have a bounce back season. I say this facetiously though. One thing, like with players when they pick ugly numbers, like I don't like defensive line. I don't like defensive tackles or, unless you're a nose or something like that. I don't like certain players who are 75, and I didn't think 75 fit him. So I don't know if he'll change his number, but if he can get it to a 90 number, I feel like the change will fully take place.
Well, that's a Joe Green number.
Hold on.
No.
First off, my brother, that was my high school number. So we were, oh man. Ooh,
you probably played 75 probably fit you. I don't think 75 fit him. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I think you should wear a number in the 90s or something.
Yeah, 90 something. But Vince Wilfork was a fantastic 75. Mean Joe Green was probably the best 75 in NFL history. I'm not saying 75 is an ugly number. I think it was an ugly number for him. I don't think it fit him.
I got
Watch your mouth, mama. Watch your mouth.
Man, hey, tell me what you think about Levi Onwuzurike number. I want to hear what y'all got to think about 75 as a defensive line number. Drop us a comment in the down below, man. About Onwuzurike wearing 75, man. I want to hear what y'all got to say about that, man. Drop us a comment down below, man. Hey, you know how we do it. We pick 6 of those things to read on the next show. Speaking of that, man, it's time to go to my favorite segment of the show. It's time for those comment cards, baby. Let's kick off today with the law firm. Joseph Murdoch says, big thumbs up to Holmes for screwing the Vikings and then taking the wide receivers the Packers wanted. Brilliant move from the Lions. Looking at that, man, and that video out there with that Packers fan reacting to the Lions taking Jameson Williams is absolutely hilarious. Said the Lions betrayed him. You look at the potential, he could be that next type of Devontae Adams type player. So, hey, man, yeah, I agree with you, Joseph Murdoch. We kept him from the other teams in the NFC North because they were show gunning for him.
Friend of the show, Tony Blumenshine said, I really didn't like trading those picks we traded, but now that we did, we got a guy that's going to be special, and only Brad Holmes and company know what their plan is. So I think we did great this year, and next year, look the F out. We're going to start kicking some ass. Go Lions. Great stuff, guys. Thank you for that, Tony Blumenshine. I think ass kickings will be coming to those cities that we play real soon.
Real soon. John Kapler says, John Pascal is looking like what we wanted from Deshaun Hand. That's a good comparison. Okay, John. At least from his Raz title off his strengths. But the quickness is there. Is looking like he might give Levi a run for his money. Hey, I'm not opposed to it. Hey, those guys can compete. It's gonna bring out the best on the field, man. I can't wait for Hard Knocks. Woo.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be some people on this team that ain't gonna be on this team this year that was there before if they don't get their ride right and get their competition level up. Be some people gonna be packing their bags, brother. All right, Mark M says overall, I really like what we did in the draft. We got 2 absolute studs in the first round. Okay, I agree with that. We absolutely fleeced the Vikings in the trade. We did, because we should have gave up 2 ones instead of just one and traded second round picks in a third round pick that I don't know. But my only critique is that small one is the pick in the second round. Not saying Josh Pascal won't be a good player. I think we missed an opportunity to add a linebacker. There was some good value there at 46 and adding linebacker instead of rotational DN. Would allow us to improve all 3 levels of the defense. Great draft overall. Can't wait to see these guys on the field. There was a rumor that Jeff Risen said that the Lions were pretty much happy with their linebacking core, that they weren't going to draft the linebacker early. And guess what? It came true.
They said that.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yep.
That's what they said.
They said.
KC Bayboy says, I was good with the trade and pick. I watched them single-handedly beating Georgia in the chip game before he got hurt. We need elite players no matter position, in my opinion. Good point of view, KC. I do like looking at it from that standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chuck Forget says, awesome draft. Defense could turn to something very special. Finally, a attacking defense. Yeah, because that Jim Schwartz was the first person that really brought that attacking defense to Detroit, man, and we loved it, and we ready to have that again, man. We ready.
Right. So, thank all of you guys for those comments. Of course, Curt said it earlier. If whenever you leave those comments throughout the show, we'll pick 6 of them to go be read on the next show. But sliding from the comment cards from this one and Curt's favorite segment to everyone's favorite segment, and that is the dessert with our man Curt. What do you have for us today?
Hey, Dessert with your man Curt is brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Go over to the link in the description below to our Facebook page. If you do not do the Facebook thing, you can email her directly at delightfulbites18@gmail.com. And if you want to just go ahead and drool all over your keyboard or all over your phone, go over and check out her TikTok and Instagram pages at Delightful Bites. You can just put that in the search engine in those apps, and you will find some delicious treats, some pictures that you can go ahead and look at over there. So, Delightful Bites, get your cooking on. Hey, the international schedule came out, and Detroit Lions will play all their games this year on U.S. soil. They will not play overseas this year. I know that that's always a big thing. They send some teams over there that usually like the Jaguars play over there. Sometimes the Lions go ahead and get that nod. The Jaguars play over there. I think they should go ahead and have a permanent game over there every year. But you look at that. But the NFC North is represented over there in overseas this year. You got 2 of our NFC North rivals play in London this year on October 2nd. You got the Vikings playing the New Orleans Saints. On the October 9th, you got the Giants playing the Green Bay Packers over there on October 9th. And, of course, you got the Jaguars, of course, making their annual trip. I think Sean Khan wants to have a, permanent residence over there. The Broncos play them on the 30th. And last but not least, in Munich, Germany, in November. So they a different little wrinkle this year. They're playing in Germany this year. It will be the Seahawks at the Buccaneers. But the Detroit Lions, again, will not play overseas this year. I mean, I think we got a lot of stuff going on with Hard Knocks and everything like that. So we got our national shine this year, even though we might probably ain't gonna play a lot of national games, but we got our national honors from Hard Knocks. So shout out to those guys playing overseas. Good luck, man, and stay safe traveling overseas. I mean, that's always a tricky subject. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a walk on over to that Wall of Fame, baby. All right, so we got our new bronze member, Raw Business, is in the building. Jeremy Barre, Smoking Jeremy B. What's going on? If you want some good Lions content, go over and check Jeremy out, man. He does a great job over there. And kneecap biting with Smoking Jeremy B over there on his Facebook page and his YouTube channel. We got my homie Jimbo G is in the building. For our several members, we got Nomus J, man. He does some great Pistons content, man. So you want to check him out over there, go ahead. I know it's the off season for the Pistons, but Nomus J does some good content. Go Lions is in the building. Mr. Scotty the Bear and Shannon Peck. Now, I got to say this name correctly. It's Paul Giroux is the newest member of the Gold member family over there. I found out yesterday how to say his name. So it's Paul Giroux is in the building. We got Randall Flag 606. Miles Gibbs, Larry McQuiston was in the building all over the draft, man, hanging out. Nicole or Miss Lionor of Douchebagia, man, that name cracks me up all the time. North End Ken and the Dr. Detroit. He is always in to member of the Wall of Fame. Click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for our final thoughts for today's show. My man, LL Cool, tell us what you got on these undrafted free agent signings for today.
Well, my final thoughts, and I almost said on this Wednesday, but on this Thursday, on this Cinco de Mayo Thursday, good luck, man. Welcome to Detroit. Enjoy your stay. Make a great push. Make this team, man. And while you're here, find yourself some conies, man. Get you some dollar conies. Find a food truck. Support local business. Ingratiate yourself in the city of Detroit.
Right on. It's Thirsty Thursday in Michigan, man. I'm playing with you, man.
I mean,
shout out to the Undrafted, man. Hopefully they come in and compete. There's only a few roster spots available, man. Hopefully, they're good enough and a couple of those guys can come up and steal some of them roster spots, man. And pray for me, people. Hey, I'm about to do the thing. Hey, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be rough. Raw fruits and vegetables, herbal tea, distilled water. What you
All
got?
right,
Kurt?
my mouth for today's show is, man, like LL said, good luck to those undrafted free agents, man. And Coach Jones, I have to reiterate what you said. There ain't a lot of slots left on this thing, man. You got to bust it and be hard. That's what the Lions and coaching staff and the administration wants. They want players that are going to come in and compete for a roster spot. Nothing's given. Everything's taken in Detroit. So you're going to have to go ahead and take your spot and not, you know what I'm saying, think it's going to be given to you. So with all that being said, man, it is Thursday, man. The grind is almost done. Tomorrow, we got free for all Friday. Next week, we'll go back to our Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can tell in my voice, I'm still a little under the weather, but this thing is almost done. So we'll be back to our Monday, Wednesday, Friday on next week. But don't forget to tune in tomorrow for free for all Friday. You know how the song goes. It's Friday, then hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. What we will have free for all Friday tomorrow. We're gonna have some fun, man, and do our thing. So, man, go ahead. If you grinding today, do me a favor. If it gets a little heavy for you, go ahead, take a step back, take a deep breath, man, and then go ahead and finish your grind. You know what you got to do for your boy Kurt, man. You guys to get them crumbs off your face because you know you got lunch, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.